All right, Libra, welcome to your Wheel of the Year 2020 guide to planetary retrogrades. Going to be going over the 8 turns of the pagan calendar, starting with Yule and going around to Samhain or Halloween or the Witch's New Year, however you choose to celebrate that. And I'm going to be going through all the planets as they're retrograding and what energies they're going to be bringing into your reading, so that maybe if you can see them coming and you know the energies and you know how to navigate them, they won't roll you as much. You can actually catch a couple of waves and ride them into shore instead of getting tumbled by them all the time. Now I see at the end of 2019 from your other readings, the Wheel of the Year last year and your summer solstice update, I see a lot of strength through words. And words that transform. They transform you and they transform other people. And I see you gaining a whole bunch of new perspectives. And that's what you're going to be going into 2020 with. Now on Yule, December 21st, I see you really working to stabilize your finances. You're using a lot of creative projects that are getting started here. And you're very optimistic. And this is a lot of creative energy that you're going to be using to start manifesting some more wealth around you. Now, the only thing I see with this is I can see that you could be doing this just to avoid an unresolved separation or grief or some sort of like third-party situation. Someone that was too involved in your relationship caused a lot of turmoil. Now there's a separation and grief around it, and you're not processing why you're having the emotions that you're having. So just be mindful that you're not working just to avoid dealing with stuff that is not work related. Now going from Yule to Imbolc, I see February 2nd. I see Uranus going direct on January 20th in Taurus. And this is just going to be a lot of people accepting the new changings that are happening globally and in your life. This is going to be people starting to accept the new you and getting a little bit more with the program that you're not who you used to be. This is who you are now, and this is people getting used to who you are now and getting used to your new healthy boundaries, and nobody's trying to fight it too much anymore. They're kind of starting to roll with it with you. Going into Imbolc on February 2nd, I see more new ideas coming in. Actually starting to make plans on new ventures. Things that are really going to start to transform your path from one direction that you've been going on to maybe a slightly different direction that you weren't thinking about this time last year. So now you're bringing in this new creative, you want to do something different energy. But I still see this shadow undercurrent of unresolved conflicts causing fights. This is going to be something that keeps coming up and keeps flaring up until you resolve it. And it's not just going to cause fights for you personally. This can cause fights with other people around you too, fighting each other over something that revolves around you. So just be mindful that you're genuinely processing your emotions and listening to what the universe is trying to tell you. The more you fight it, the more conflict it's going to cause. Now from Imbolc to Ostara on March 20th, we have Mercury going retrograde in Pisces and then to Aquarius and then back. This is going to start February 17th, and this is going to be a time to really start reorganizing your priorities around emotions you're struggling to communicate. So you don't know how to communicate this. So it keeps causing issues. This Mercury retrograde is going to highlight the issues that it's causing so that you can try to find the words to resolve them. You have that ability. That's the strength through words that you're bringing into this year. You just have to find the right words, and that's what this retrograde will highlight for you. Now going into Ostara, March 20th, Mercury's already gone back direct. It did it on March 10th, so this is the ending of the shadow phase. I see a major transformative energy trying to reach you. It's trying to transform you. You can feel the pressure of it trying to transform you, but it can't till you let go. Till you let go of the old mindsets, till you let go of whatever it is that's weighing you down, and until you make room to actually expand and transform. This transformation energy is going to come at you. Now, if you make room for it, you're good to go. I see with this transformative energy a really need to seek higher knowledge, either higher education or higher spiritual knowledge. I see this as actually going someplace and involving yourself with a new group of people that are all seeking the same knowledge that you are. All right, so going from Ostara to Beltane on May 1st, we have Pluto going retrograde in Capricorn on April 25th. And this is going to feel like certain things are burning to the ground, especially business-related things. So whatever little new projects that you started here, if there was going to be any hiccups in the way that you're running your little business or way that you're running your little show there, with all these new ideas, this is where the flare-ups are going to happen to show you what areas that you should work harder on or show you what areas that you need to let go of. That's what that Pluto is going to be bringing for you. May 1st, I see you a little overwhelmed by work. That Pluto retrograde highlighted some things that maybe you should be letting go of, and that's really hitting you, and you're really having a hard time deciding what you need to let go of because you're so overwhelmed. Now, for the things that you do want to do, I see a solid foundation being built on this with the higher knowledge that you're seeking, and you're realizing now that this is going to be a lot more work than you thought it was going to be, and it's not going to always be sunshine and roses, and it comes with a lot of responsibility. Whatever knowledge you're seeking and whatever higher learning that you're getting, with that comes more responsibility. So you're going to really be feeling the pressure of those responsibilities too. But the one pressure is in a good way. For things that are working out, it's going to be a good pressure and responsibilities. But the things that fell apart, that's going to be like, oh, this is so much, I have to let a couple things go. Now, going from Beltane to Midsummer, we got a lot going on. We got Jupiter going retrograde in Capricorn May 14th. And that's going to be a time to really examine the old philosophies, the old ways, the old work pattern, changing it up. Changing up your what you traditional thought pattern of what you should be doing and what everybody told you and what older generation said, do X, Y, Z, and then you'll get the life of your dreams. And everybody's waking up to the fact that we don't live in the world that they grew up in anymore. We live in a different world, and we're expanding to that consciousness now. Now, also have Saturn going retrograde from Aquarius to Capricorn on May 11th. Telling everybody, Saturn is only a problem if you've been trying to skate around doing the work. This could be skating around and hiding from doing the inner work. This could be tricking other people into doing work for you. If you've been trying to find anywhere where you've been trying to cut corners with the universe, that's where Saturn's going to get you. If you've been genuinely doing the work, Saturn's not going to be that much of a hiccup for you. We also have Venus going retrograde in Pisces on May 13th to June 5th. That's going to be temptations are really high. Willpower is going to be weak. It's going to be the summertime. You're going to start going out more. You're going to start bumping into more people. You're going to start doing more cookouts. It's going to start bringing up a lot of temptation for you. And if you are aware that you are tempted, then you are aware enough to give yourself some extra willpower because you know that's coming with it. Now, so going into, and last but not least, our second Mercury retrograde in Cancer on June 8th. That's going to be the message. Don't get distracted by past loves. They have come to distract you from the work that you are supposed to be doing. And it's the universe testing you to see if you learned your lesson. Oh, I see the light in them. Yeah, and fish see treats on hooks. You know, how many times are you going to fall for the same thing over and over again? Be mindful of that with that Mercury retrograde. So, Midsummer. I see you creating beautiful, useful energy. You're acting quickly on these ideas that are turning into fruition for you. And I see you using a lot of beautiful, creative energy to manifest things that you're passionate about into your life. But I'm still seeing this conflict that you're carrying. This is just an undertow of avoidance here I'm seeing for you guys. You're just refusing to look at something that's causing your imbalance. You don't know why you're imbalanced, but it's a lack of harmony in your home that's causing this imbalance, and it's an issue that you're hiding from that you need to face. Something's shaking the web. I don't know, I felt the real need to say that. Something's shaking your web still. Here, there's something caught in your web, and it's just tremoring and shaking, and it's causing a very weird vibration that's knocking you off balance. This is this undertow that's coming through, and this is still going to be there come midsummer, but going from midsummer to Lunasa on August 1st, we have Neptune going retrograde in Pisces, and this is going to bring a lot of shattered illusions, a lot of things that you've been afraid to face are going to be forced upon you to see. You're going to see what's true, and it's going to shatter illusions that you have of people and situations that you're in, and it's going to surface all those phobias and fear. Why? Because your intuition was right and you've been ignoring it the whole time because you've been scared of what it's telling you. This is going to be a reaffirmation that, yeah, maybe you do have a reason to be a little bit of afraid. This is something that's going to knock you out of your comfort zone, but it's going to be glaring you in the face. Going into Lunasa on August 1st, I see a deep emotional satisfaction with something. This could be a new love relationship. This could be a new friendship. This could be a new coworker, a new job, or something that you are newly in love with, and you are receiving a ton of inspiration from either doing this or being with this person. And yeah, you're receiving a ton of information, a ton of inspiration, and you're feeling very happy and aligned here by the time August. So after these shattered illusions go through and you're forced to actually face and deal with these fears and phobias, I see you just being open to all this love and all this inspiration and all this happy aligned energy, and you're really going to get a big buzz right there at the end of summer. Now going from Lunasa to Mabun, September 22nd, so going from the beginning of August to the end of September, we got Mars going retrograde in Aries, and this is going to be don't rush. Do not rush. Aries energy is super laser focused, but the problem is you get so laser focused on what's in front of you that you're not paying attention to what's coming at you on the sides, and you're not even looking at your feet. So if you're not looking at where you're stepping, you're going to constantly keep tripping over stuff. So slow it down when you feel this pressure to rush, and it's going to be a combative energy. You're going to want to fight through. You're going to have to really take a moment to slow yourself down and really cross your T's and dot your I's and watch your P's and Q's before you take any more steps forward. Because by Mabun on September 22nd, I see a big disappointment in a relationship. This is emotions spilled all over the place. So this card is really about the wallowing in the disappointment. This is you're wallowing in it. You just can't let it go. You can't let go that you spilled these 3 cups. And you're so focused on looking back at these 3 spilled cups that you don't see there's still 2 cups right there. You're not completely drained. It's draining having to do the inner work and having to realize that people aren't perfect and shattered illusions and all that that's going on, and these emotions that keep coming up because, you know, people keep bringing it up. But you still have these 2 cups over here. You're not completely deprived of everything, so just be mindful that you're not wallowing in self-pity and focusing on what the problems are instead of focusing on the good parts that you're getting from this. Because with this wallowing, I see a loss of alignment and a loss of the synchronicities that you've been relying on. I see the universe kind of, because you're wallowing in self-pity after it's given you what you wanted, I see it kind of pulling back from you and not giving you the synchronicities that you want, so that you are forced to actually use your own intuition. So, going from Mabun on September 22nd to Samhain, or Halloween here, we have Pluto going direct in Capricorn, and that's going to be the rising from the ashes. That's going to be all the little business things that were like flaring up and where you were struggling to prioritize things and you were reorganizing and reshuffling and getting yourself into a good rhythm and a good pattern that has your priorities as priorities and puts other people where they're supposed to be when it comes to your priorities. I see this all just ready to Phoenix rising from the ashes, taking off. All these new little ventures are going to be really gaining momentum. Also, going from here to here, we have a Mercury retrograde. So this is the undercurrent. The undercurrent is you're going to have this Phoenix riding with the ashes, but your business stuff is going to be starting to take off. But emotionally, you're going to be going through a Mercury retrograde, and that is going to be from Scorpio to Libra and back to Scorpio again. And this is going to be a major time to reevaluate relationships. The energies that you're going to be facing is the Scorpion energy with the stinger and the kind of skittish, if you touch me, I'm going to sting you energy into, I have to tell you all my feelings about you right now, and I don't know why I can't stop talking. You're a Libra. This is going to be rough on you, because it's your energy that's going to be wanting you to vocalize all of this. And then it's going to, as soon as you're done vocalizing it all, you're going to go back into this hard shell undercurrent, trying to hide, you know, that shadow aspect that you've not been wanting to face with the stinger where, you know, if you respond wrong to everything that I just said, I'm going to sting you. So just be mindful of being super defensive at this point. But you guys aren't really confrontational, but I see this. This is a Mercury retrograde, so this energy is not just affecting you, it's affecting everyone around you. So this could be another person around you that has this Scorpion energy, and then when they're ready to vocalize stuff, you're just not, you might not be ready for it. So just be mindful that this is the energy that's playing along at the end of the year here after September. So for Samhain, I see a lot of sharp, heartfelt pain and sorrow, but this can be enlightening sorrow. I know that sounds strange, but the greatest lessons we learn are from where we've made major mistakes. If you made no mistakes, you would not learn anything. This is heartfelt pain and sorrow that can either be enlightening or you can let it completely tower your life. So it's really up to you when you're faced with these cards, when you need to see what's going on, and you really need to recognize your faults in it and really process that. And I see around you a darkening of hearts. Hearts turning cold to you and dark to you because you're having to make some hard decisions this year with this energy and with everything going on with that Mercury retrograde. I see by the time you guys are all done vocalizing your feelings, someone's heart turning very dark. And that's going to be a pain that you internalize. But I don't see it's your heart turning dark. I see you being upset that somebody else's heart has turned dark here. Now, after all this, we have the final Mars going direct in Aries on November 4th. This is going to be really good because this is going to be gaining a lot of footing and gaining a lot of confidence. So, with doing all this work and actually working to process all this stuff, I see by the time it's all said and done, by the time Mars retrograde is over on November 4th, everybody's going to be able to start walking forward a little bit clearer and actually seeing the path before them. And obstacles that you've been watching out for, you now know how to navigate them so that you're walking and you're actually making more ground and you're not rushing, but it's easier to move forward. And for your final oracle card, I got to get you through all of this. I see taking time to meditate, taking time to practice breathing techniques. The breath is the bridge between spirit and physical reality. You breathe it in, you exhale it out, you bring it into you, and then you push it out of you. And it's a constant ebb and flow that you can get going on. I see you needing to take this time to meditate. This is open meditations. This is not visualizations. This is an open meditation and opening your mind to the universe and allowing it to deliver the messages. And not just allowing it to deliver the messages, but actually fucking acknowledge the messages. I'm sorry. I love you guys so much. I have got a lot of Libras. I am your polar opposite Aries. You guys sugarcoat every fucking thing, and I sugarcoat nothing. Everybody's been telling you. The whole universe has been conspiring to keep bringing this issue into your face. And you keep doing these meditations, and the universe keeps sending you people that deliver this message. And it's been sending you spirit guides to deliver this message. And it's been sending you synchronicities to deliver these messages. Time to sit down, slow your mind down, and actually allow the universe to tell you what it's trying to tell you and actually acknowledge it. And do something with the knowledge that it's giving you. Stop hiding from what the universe is telling you just because it makes you feel uncomfortable and it doesn't fit with what you want to be true, or it seems like it's impossible. Stop ignoring the universe. It's talking to you. Sit down, slow down, quiet your monkey mind. Genuinely meditate without disappearing off into a fantasy land where you're playing around, and actually listen to the messages that your ancestors in the universe have been trying to tell you. Because if you listen to them, they will guide you through it. But if you keep ignoring them, they're just going to keep screaming at you, and it's just going to keep causing conflict. All right, Libra. That is your 2020 Wheel of the Year guide to Mercury retrogrades. If this has been helpful for you, please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will talk to y'all later. I'll leave a link in the description below if you would like to join us on our Facebook group for more cards and coffee, free readings, digital healing, or Reiki healings, all that fun stuff that we do over there. All right. I love you guys. Seriously.